Welcome, Capricorn, to your May Astrodice reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, hit that big old like button and subscribe. Okay, guys, let's get in here and see what's going on with you. Best messages coming out. We have the 12th house coming out with some Pluto energy, going straight into some Capricorn energy. So, with that Pluto, we have big transformation coming in. Your ability to transform, take a big leap forward, and rebirth. With some Capricorn energy, the energy around you is serious, materialistic, hardworking, it bestows shrewdness and cautious ambition. Really climbing that mountain. Keeping yourself very focused. So there's a lot of focus and understanding that this transformation is coming through. I think you can feel it. Let's see, going straight into the 12th house. This area of your life is what is overwhelming you, yet you yield to the greater cause of power. So it might feel like it's a little bit of a rough travel up this mountain to get to this transformation. But I do feel like you know this transformation is coming. I think you know that, you know what, the more I keep pushing, the more I'm going to make it. Even though there could be some, you know, some troubles up ahead, some things that are kind of weighing me down. So let's see. It's almost like you have to go kind of through the storm to get to the rainbow, right? Okay, so getting straight into the situation. The situation is taking place in the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and the end of the month. Yeah, waiting for that new beginning. Feeling that new beginning coming in. Like I said, I think you feel it. But yes, there is some disruption. It's like the calming before the... It's kind of like the calming before the storm, but then the storm hits, and then I have to wait for the blessing. Wow, it's like all three. It's like 3 in 1 going on here because of the waiting game. So it's like, I know this shit's going to hit the fan. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting calmly for this disruption. But it's almost like you know that if I don't go through this disruption, I'm not going to get to that new beginning that I want, that I need, that I'm working and pushing for so hard. So there is kind of like this understanding, maybe between you and someone else, or just within your own mind, that this has to take place. So it almost feels like you're just waiting for this tower to happen, because you're already fully aware of the situation. Clarifying on the new beginnings. Yes, for the personal goals. It does feel like you are playing it a little safe, though. It's kind of crazy because it does feel like I am kind of fearful of how this tower is going to go. I am kind of fearful of how maybe big this disruption will be, but I am actually planning for it, but I am waiting for it. Because it's almost like to the point where it's like, I know what's going to happen. Yes. So it's almost like, yeah, I'm just taking care of myself, and I'm giving to myself as much as possible. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing and trying to keep everything as balanced as possible. Yeah. Especially with the 2 of Wands to the 6 of Pentacles. There's definitely a lot of balance there. There's definitely, though, it's like I'm progressing. I know I'm progressing, and I'm really pushing on this situation so that it will be done, so that I can get to that blessing. I'm waiting to receive this tower. I'm waiting because I'm already fully aware of the situation at hand. It's like, just give it to me so it can be done and over with, right? So, I mean, you are, it is overwhelming in the 12th house, but it's almost like, you know, it's for the greater cause. You know, it's for the greater good. Yep. The mid-month, you have the triumph and success. There it is. So I do feel like you probably will have that tower within the beginning of the month. It is something that's going to allow you to dig deeper within yourself, to have the suffering in silence. There is going to be a little bit of suffering in silence, but it's like, even though we're ready and prepared, there's the 9 to the 9 to the 7. There is a blessing coming through this. Yeah, you're going to suffer a little bit. But it's almost like you prepared, but it's kind of crazy because even if we're waiting for a tower, we're waiting for this disruption, this chaos, this crumbling. Doesn't mean that our emotions or our mental are always, you know what I'm saying, are always going to be 100% on target. You can be so prepared for something, but then when it actually happens, it's like, oh, that was shitty. That really did suck. You see what I'm saying? So now I'm kind of like, maybe it was, it went down not exactly the way I wanted it to go down. It went down worse than I wanted it to, or it just, I mean, no matter what, even when you're waiting for something, it's going to happen. It doesn't mean it feels good. So, I mean, this is going to hurt, and this is going to put you in your shadow side. This is going to, make you realize, but you are realizing that there is a big victory. You're on the right path. The Chariot is moving you. You have 2 major arcanas. So it's good. I mean, you have 3 major arcanas already, right? You have the Fool, you have the Chariot, and you have the Moon. And then, of course, the Tower. So, I mean, it was already something that you already felt was coming. You knew it had to go down this way. You're still pushing hard over here to get to what it is. But you know that this was your karmic dues. This is where your cycle had to change. It was destiny. It has to happen this way. It was inevitable. And I just feel like you knew it was inevitable. You've already had the signs. You've already had the intuition. You've already had, you see what I'm saying? The foresight of the situation. But of course, now it's going to allow you to dig deep within yourself, to kind of go back, and kind of it's going to kind of make you replay, okay, what's my next steps? Because now I'm feeling kind of down about the situation. It didn't really go the way I wanted it to 100% go. I might have been a little more head over heart at the situation, blocking my heart. And now my heart is kind of opening up to the situation. So it was like a lot of overthinking, knowing that this is coming through, right, through your mental. But then it's almost like my heart wasn't really prepared as I thought it was going to be, as I'm walking away from this situation. I'm withdrawing. I'm escaping. I am leaving this behind, but I have to be honest with myself, it wasn't exactly the way I wanted it to go. So, but it's for the best. This is how you're going to get to what it is you truly want, whether it's love, whether it's a job, whether it's, whatever it is. But you do have the 3 of Pentacles, to the Truth in reverse, to the accelerated motion. So, I mean, yeah, it's going to feel like there's, the truth behind the situation is, yes, I am building something and I am getting the rewards and recognition where I want it to be. But the truth is, it wasn't the accelerated motion that I thought it was going to be. But yet now I do feel like new things are coming my way. So it's the Truth card, this justice, it's imbalanced because it's upside down. So it's kind of like to the point where it was like where I felt like I was going to be so balanced, it threw me off balance. And boy, did it throw me off balance. But I am starting to see the results. I'm starting to see good things coming at me now. So it's, yeah, it's kind of the damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of situation. But in the end, it does look really good. Even though, like I said, it hurt a little bit more than you expected it to. But yeah, the rewards out of the situation are fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. You're going to start feeling your emotional basis coming back. You're going to start feeling more emotionally balanced, even though you're feeling pretty imbalanced. Right? Because it could be even something within your mind that's telling you, was it really worth all of this? Did I do right? You see what I'm saying? So you might be going back and forth within your mind, did I do it right? Imbalance with the love. So for some of you, it could be walking away from a love situation. And it's the conflict within the mind of, did I do this right? Did I make a bad choice? Is this what I really truly wanted? It didn't need to go. And for some reason, it keeps feeling like it didn't need to go down just like that. Why did it have to be so? Well, because you have the Tower right side up. You pretty much allowed the universe to step in. Because if you're waiting for that and you know it's coming, right? But then you have the Fool again. So the Fool, there's that new beginning that you're waiting for. You know, and there's the waiting game again. But it's just saying, you know what, there's some moderations, and through patience, you're really going to find what it is you truly want. Through this accelerated motion, you're really seeing that there is a new commitment that's on its way to you. You're finding new commitments. You're finding new trust, new wisdoms, new things that you can put your heart and soul into with the Hierophant. Okay? Yeah, there was some coming cleaning and rethinking, but I think it was coming clean with yourself. Like, you know what? It's okay. It's all good. Like, everything's coming back around the way I wanted it to. So you're going to feel like you're in much more, you know, in a much better place of control now, where everything was really upside down. So you got to figure by the end of the month, everything's coming back around into your control. And there's a lot of conserving energy. The Hierophant's pretty conservative, and obviously. And they like to conform and conserve. And then, of course, the Four of Pentacles. So you're going to feel more grounded. Now you're going to feel like you're more balanced. You know, there's 4. 4 is a very balanced number, right? So you're going to feel like, okay, everything's fine. Boy, right? But it does take a while, and it is going to throw you off. Some cases, I think that it's one of those scenarios where it's like, I'm so ready for, you know, for this to happen. I know it's going to happen anyways. You just feel it in your bones. But then when it really does happen, you're like, damn it. It's kind of like, okay, you know what it really feels like, guys? It's like when you know someone's dying. That's literally the only thing I can think of at this point. I know when my dad was dying with cancer, he was going to die. I was ready. It was all done. But then when it happened, you weren't as ready for it as you know what I mean? You thought you were like, I got this. You know what I mean? I already know it's going to happen. It's coming because it's inevitable that this is going to happen. Right? But then when it actually happens, it's like, fuck. You know what I mean? I was so prepared, but then it just, no matter how much you can be prepared, right? Some things you just can never be prepared 100 for. And that's definitely this scenario. And if you guys know this, if this is a death, it could be that. Okay? So, okay? But in the end, everything's going to be just fine. Okay? Everything's looking very good. You're getting back to solid ground. You're becoming very courageous. You're becoming very confident. Things are looking up. It could even be the death of a job, right? I mean, because, yeah, we don't have the death card here. It was just my example. But sometimes you always wonder, why do these examples come up? Is there a reason for them? Or is it just, how it's supposed to be? But however it is, everything's going to go back the way it needs to be. Okay? The death of a relationship. Maybe that's just it, That's just the analogy that you're supposed to have, is just the death, right? Because you have the Pluto. Pluto is death, right? And in fact, it's crazy. I just said there was no death card, but we actually have Pluto, which is death. I forgot all about that. That's okay, though. But anyways, okay, but it's all about that transforming, okay, from one side to the other. It looks like it's beautiful, though. There's a beautiful transformation that's coming out of this. The bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Cups. So you have the Queen of Wands to the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. And then after that, you have, let me just show you, you have the Four of Wands. And to the Four of Wands, you have the Hermit. So, yeah, there's going to be things you're going to want to, soul search for. Things that that are going to come to light for you, But the overall is this Tower, in the middle of the deck. So, and then with the Tower comes the Strength. But I just think in certain situations, it's like we know this has to happen. There's no way around it. So I'm just preparing so that I can get, on with what's truly meant for me to focus on and then continue. And yeah, there is, a blessing. And for a lot of you, it's new love. Um, it could be a new marriage, a new love, something spiritually that's coming towards you, that's going to fill your cup and give you peace. Peace after the storm. Okay. Okay, my friends. Until next time. Peace and love. Bye bye.